So we were talking about a monopoly. We drew a curve like this. So here's your demand curve. We said that the marginal revenue curve will look like this. Demand, marginal revenue, quantity, price. And let's suppose this is the marginal cost. Then the monopolist will set marginal cost equal to marginal revenue. This will decide the quantity. He will go up to the demand curve and say, okay, so this is the price at which I should sell this product. Should the monopolist make a profit? Yes or no? If the cost is, if the average cost is higher than the price, then it won't make a profit. If the average cost is lower than the price, then it will make the profit. So just like any other producers, monopolist doesn't necessarily make a profit. And just like the perfect competitor, should it shut down? If it suppose this is the short run, and it finds itself making losses, should it shut down or stay on? Depends on whether it meets its variable costs or not. Suppose here is my average cost curve, right? So this is the price, the profit maximizing price, but the point is the average total cost is higher. So the price is less than the average total cost. So what the monopolist does then in this case is that we shall mark it in red, it makes a loss. So can we take this and turn it into something which is a little more useful? So one way of doing that, I think I did this earlier, a little bit of algebra. So we can say, what is marginal revenue? Marginal revenue can write as change in total revenue divided by change in quantity. So what is total revenue? It's price times quantity. So this is change in price times quantity divided by change in Q, right? So if I were to write this out, we would write it as, we can write it as P times change in Q plus Q times change in P, approximately. Right, price and quantity are both changing. So as a result, I'll sort of, there is one term which I have left out, the change in P times change in Q. It says for small changes that's close to 0, so don't bother. So divided by change in Q. Okay. So then what does this become? This is P plus Q times change in P by change in Q. It is almost the elasticity of demand. It's sort of, it is there, it is not exactly, but it's close. So I can rewrite that, right? I'll take the price out. So price into 1 plus change in Q by P. Since I have multiplied it by P, I should divide by P, into change in quantity, that is change in price, divided by the change in quantity. So what is this? The inverse of the elasticity of demand. So it is price into 1 plus 1 over elasticity of demand, right? You can make it minus, lots of people do. Instead of plus, we usually, because we like dealing with positive numbers, if we left it as positive, then it would become negative, right? So why bother? Let's make it a negative number, a positive number. So multiply by minus 1. So this will now be equal to the marginal cost. So instead of first saying, okay, how much to produce, you can also do the reverse. You can say, what price should I charge? Very often business people think along those lines, right? So it's a price. So price should be equal to the marginal cost divided by this thing, or multiplied by 1 by whatever way you want to put it. So then it starts looking like, so price is equal to the marginal cost divided by 1 minus 1 over elasticity of demand. Instead of price equal to MC by over 1 minus 1 over elasticity of demand, you can make it just cost. So, instead, so let me put it this way. I will say an approximation is price equal to say C. C is the average cost equal to marginal cost 1 minus 1 over elasticity of demand. No, what I am saying is that marginal cost can pretty much be approximated by average cost for most production or for most businesses. I could write this, might say what is the point, but 1 over 1 minus 1 over elasticity of demand.